Hello guys, and we are back again with another video. These are videos from all over the internet that's going to make you understand relationships and how to value yourself. So let's just start.
I always choose women who are attracted to you. I always say to men, you will never ever get the same level of respect and love from a woman who's not attracted to you. How you measure how attracted she is to you is how much a physical affection she initiates. Once she's attracted to you, she has to trust your judgment. How does she trust your judgment? You have intense amount of self-control. If you are impulsive and you are chaotic, some women will find that attractive, but they are usually also very impulsive and chaotic women. Most women want a man that they know is naturally somewhat responsible. It might sound boring in the short term, but in the long run, there is nothing more unattractive than an old teenager. What is an old teenager? A grown man who's still impulsive. Learn to control your impulses, whether that means your aggression, whether that means your anger, whether that means your sex, whether that means your food. Without self-control, it's like you have to stop and start. Everything you start in life, you have to stop and start, whether you make money or whether you start a great relationship. If you don't practice self-control.
When a man comes home from work, there's only one thing he really wants. He wants to have a little bit of peace and quiet. And if you have something you want to discuss with him and all day you've been waiting for him to finally come home, please wait a little bit. Because there's one thing many women don't understand about men. Men are supposed to solve problems. All day and every day they have to go out into the world and do their best to make money, because otherwise they're being seen as a loser. But men also get tired, and if they just go from problems at work to problems at home, they never get a break. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't share any problems with him, but what you could do as a woman is to wait at the door, give him a kiss, ask him how his day was, let him unwind, prepare him a drink, and start talking to him after half an hour. When you do that, you make him feel better about himself, because you give him space to relax and to just think of nothing if he wants to. Because the last thing you want is to bombard him at the door already with everything that's been happening and that you need his help, and he will probably try to solve it for you. But the only reason is that he wants to get it over with so that you are finally quiet.
What makes a man super attractive is his ability to embrace rejection. Now, what we mean by this is, of course, nobody likes to be rejected. It's a horrible feeling. It's really, really embarrassing in the moment. It's very deflating, and it's really easy to say as a woman, oh, just accept rejection, because we don't really get rejected as much as men. But here's how to handle rejection. When a woman doesn't want you, firstly, you don't take it personal. You don't take it personal. Secondly, you accept her opinion. What the weak men will do is, when a woman rejects him, he'll fight harder. He wants her more. We don't really want a guy that persistent. What we mean by persistence is, we're giving you interest, we're showing you interest, and we want you to return that interest. That's what we mean by playing hard to get or wanting somebody to show you attention. But when we're outright rejecting you and you are still showing us interest, we start to see you as somebody who doesn't have alternatives. And by alternatives, we don't mean you need to have other women lined up, but you should have a life that you enjoy with or without us.
Just because you're listening to your partner talk doesn't mean you're hearing your partner. It just means you're listening. Hearing leads to understanding, that leads to change. One of the frustrations on either side is because you've been talking, you've been saying this and saying that, and your partner's listening, but they never heard you, so they never understood. When my children were little, they were the greatest listeners. Clean your room. Oh, he listened. Go check the room 30 minutes later, the room ain't clean. He didn't hear me. Listening should lead to hearing, that leads to understanding.
At the beginning of a relationship.
Okay, so personally, I think there are like 3 things a man should never do at the beginning of any relationship.
Okay.
And number 1 is, never be too quick to invest in a woman until you are sure that she's committed to you or she truly loves you.
So are you saying men should be stingy?
That's wise. That's reasonable.
I'm saying take your time.
Okay.
Because see, it's very easy to confuse excitement to love.
True.
Because see,
True that, yeah.
And you start by buying her gifts, giving her money and all of that.
Yeah.
It is good. But the issue is that she might just get excited. Oh, you're a kind person, you're a generous person. Not that she's truly in love.
Okay.
Especially when she comes from a poor background.
Oh.
See, those kind of people, they are trained for survival.
Survival.
And when you're in your survival mode, you tend to blend into anything.
Anything.
You can pretend to be anything just to survive.
Yeah,
So
true.
those kind of women, if you give them money, they'll be
Yeah,
like, "Oh,
true. Makes sense.
Thank you, baby. Thank you, daddy. Thank you, daddy." And you like this, maybe once they call you daddy,
Yeah.
sending spray. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah? So you might not know if it's actually love or just mere excitement. And the issue is that you might not start feeling entitled to their love. It should not become a toxic relationship for you.
Oh, really?
So for me, you have to make sure that she
Yeah, of
truly
course.
loves you before you start committing or spending anything on her.
So now you said until a woman fully commits to you,
Okay.
that is when you should go out of your way to invest in her and do all of that. But as a man, how do you know, at what point do you say, okay, now this lady, she genuinely loves me? Like, how do you know?
Okay, so I think there is only one way to know if a woman truly loves you or not. And that one way is that
When you're in a long distance relationship, there's certain things that are
Really hear that?
communication cannot be
Yeah.
toyed with. So if there's someone you're dating who's not making time for you, that's a big red flag. Listen, even when you're a president of a country, you will make time if you need to and if you care about whatever it is that's important. People make time for what matters to them. If she likes you that much, she will make time.
If you're a man and you want to know how to seduce a girl or a woman,
Let's listen to
please
what you
come
have to
closer.
tell us.
I know some of
here.
you will be saying, "Oh, I don't have bum, I don't have breast. How can I seduce a woman? Or should I start gymming to have 6-pack?" Your mind is too dirty. That is not where I'm headed. Now, what is seduction? Seduction is making someone feel attracted to you. The number one way to make a woman seduced by you is to move slowly. What do I mean to move slowly? Now, seduction is all about timing, making the person anticipate on your next move. Now, you have to take things slowly. You can call and check up on her. "Hi, how are you doing? How was your day at work? Have you eaten?" Be nice. Just leave her thinking, like, what is this man up to? Show up on her special days, like her birthday and stuff like that. Don't go straight to the point. You're just meeting someone. Can I be your boyfriend? You don't even know whether the person just came out of a relationship and is not ready to enter another one yet. So move slowly. That is number one way to seduce a woman. Leave her thinking. Be mysterious. Number two, dress up well. I've seen ladies that are like, "Oh, I like that guy, but he doesn't have swag. He doesn't have steez. He doesn't have composure." Now, as a guy, you have to dress up well. Women like guys that dress up well. Catch up. Like a guy man that you are. Dress well. Look nice. Thirdly, listen to her. Some of you men, what you do when you meet a woman for the first time is that you start being boastful. You start boasting. "Oh, I have this, I have that. I have 3 bags of rice in Malawi. I have 3 cups of milk in Malaysia." It is not time to brag. It is not time to be boastful. It is not time to start counting your achievements one after the other. It is time for you to listen to her. Women find men that listen to them attractive. When you listen to a woman, you are trying to tell her that you care about her own needs too. Then the next one, be confident. Some of you men are not confident at all. When talking to a woman, you are fidgeting. Your hand is shaking. Your legs are shaking like balabulu. I don't understand. You have to be confident when talking to a woman. A woman knows a man that is confident. And yes, it will make that woman to be attracted to you. Another way to seduce a woman is use genuine pickup lines. What is a pickup line?
right.
Pickup line are those things
That
you
makes
guys
sense.
say, like, "You are the sugar in my tea, the apple of my eyes." But now we are using a genuine pickup line. Because some of you guys, the pickup line that you use, even a newborn baby know that this is a big fat lie.
Lie.
You just met a lady, you exchange numbers, and the next day you are calling her, you are saying, how was your night? She said fine. She now asked you to, how was your own night? You're not saying, my night was not good, and because I couldn't sleep well because I was thinking about you. Uncle, what kind of lie is that? You and I know that you were snoring all through the night. So use the pickup lines and stop using pickup lines that make a girl feel like all you just want is to sleep with her. Pick up lines like, oh babe, you're so hot, I want to eat you raw tonight. What does that even mean? You can use genuine pickup line like, wow, you are such a strong woman, I admire your courage, things like that. Then the next way to seduce a woman is when inviting her to your house. Uncle, make sure that your house has a pleasant smell. Open your windows for fresh air to come in before she comes. You can spray things like all these vanilla flavors, scents, all those kind of things. It's not that they come to your house is smelling of Indian hemp. Your house is smelling of hemp. You don't understand. You can do that. Then lastly, maintain an eye contact during a conversation can be a powerful tool of seduction, especially if you can pull off a sexy smirk or a raised eyebrow. Women like eyeball to eyeball conversation, so try to maintain that eyeball to eyeball conversation when you are talking with a woman. That being said, see you on my next video. Bye.
We'll check you out.
Honestly, I thought that every morning my husband would wake me up with a kiss and say, sunshine, good morning. And my expectation, your expectation.
Hello.
So I had the expectation, just that it was cut short. He wake up in the morning just fast. And no, the normal approach would be, how can you just see somebody in the morning, you won't say good morning? What's the problem? But I started greeting him. God just said, do whatever you see want your partner to do for you. Take the initiative and do it for them. And so I'd wake up in the morning and I say, good morning, honey. He was sometimes, I walk past. Or, and I kept doing this. So one morning he woke up and said to me, good morning, baby, and kissed me on the forehead. I say this thing. So if he worked with that, then he worked with money. I found out that that's the secret for him. So you may need to be a bit more patient and then take the initiative and show the person. Don't always make it about fighting and shouting. However, if you're one of those people who think that if I correct my wife, she will cry, that's why I don't like correcting her, it's dangerous even for her. Cry, no, they kill anybody. She cry, she'll clean her eye. Where they cry, they see road, she will do the right thing.
So I want to say something. This is just the fact. And
she's pretty, man.
A lot of people are always like, no, I don't know.
But she sounds toxic.
Always like, the
and
thing
very, very chaotic.
They always see that, they think that men don't cry. Yeah, they think that men don't cry. Well, I'm here to tell you that men cry because they are human. Do you think that he refused to send you money, he refused to send you urgent 2K for your data, it means that he doesn't have any other things to do? He has a lot of responsibilities. He has a lot that he's trying to sort out.
Tell them, pretty lady.
Education, he has see, if you are in a relationship and you know that you're in a relationship, try to support your man. Don't just be a liability. What are you in that relationship for? Are you just in that relationship so that you can just be demanding?
Who pissed you off?
Demands, you're not trying to supply.
They take something from your brother.
Supplier, the way you are demanding, be supplying too. Men go into depression. They get anxious. They have suicidal thoughts. They have a lot of things going through their head. They have responsibilities that they want to fulfill. They have family pressure. They have to do this. They have household and all of that. Do you even think of them? Do you think of them before calling them broke men, before calling them stingy men? Can you guys just reason?
Real facts, man.
Why don't you use, even if it's 1.0% of your faculty, like your head, can you just use your brain to think? They have a lot of things doing. If it is a female that is crying, they go on and cheer the female up. But if it's, you guys don't see when men cry. You don't see because they go inside their closet to cry their heart out, to cry out their... everything. So please, I would advise us, ladies.
Being said, stop forcing yourself to be with somebody that doesn't want to be with you. Stop forcing yourself to ask them to change. Stop forcing them to try to get them to pay attention or to love you. The problem is you're sitting there every single day and you're hurting yourself because you're forcing yourself to have somebody love you. You should never force anybody to give you love, to give you attention, to give you an affection, to give you loyalty. You only hurt yourself every single day because you continue to fight for somebody that doesn't fight back. Do you know how much that hurts? You know what's crazy? They say the person you want the most, you're probably better off without. So stop forcing and stop asking them. You don't need to force or ask anybody to change or to get them to love you or get them to notice you. You gotta learn that God has a better place for you and someone a lot better that you will never have to take this much effort and this much time to show them that you love them.
5. Pick a man who will listen to you. Listen to it again. No matter what you do as a woman, when it's time for you to settle down, be intentional. Pick a man that listens to you. I'm telling you, if your husband will be able to listen to you, it makes your problem lesser. That means you could talk to him and he will listen and he will put it into actions. There will be lesser mistakes to make in that marriage. Have you seen men that listen to their wife? Baby, let's pray this week. Baby, don't travel this week. Baby, try this business deal. Baby, invest in this business. Baby, buy this house. He is listening to you. Pick a man who will boldly tell the world that you are his wife, his bride, his everything, his friend, his advisor, his money spender, and his lovely soulmate. Marry a man who will be bold and not be shy to tell the world that it's all about you and him. Marry a man who is intentional and share the same value as you do. Till I see you again, I'm your girl. I still remain successful. Share for men.
Men don't talk. And this is something that we have to look at. They're taught to be a man and internalize everything. And then on top of that, us women, we have never learned. We were never taught what it means to create that atmosphere for your man to open up himself to you. And so in times, in moments where your man opens up himself to you, it's very hard for you to receive it. In fact, in a moment where you were upset at him, angry at him, mad at him, you used that information that he gave you, which was so sacred, against him. It was a slap to his face. And now you're asking yourself, why doesn't he talk? Why doesn't he want to speak to me? Why isn't he going the same way that he did before? So we have to learn how to create the atmosphere for a man to open up himself to us. But it's imperative that we know that this atmosphere comes from within. This is something that comes from within the woman.
4 rules you must set as a man in a relationship if you want it to last long. Number 1, tell her nobody talks above the other, especially during disagreements. One person speaks, then the other person speaks. That has to be a constant in a relationship. Tell her whenever we have a misunderstanding, we sit down and we talk about it in a civilized way. You listen to me when I speak, and I listen to you when it's your turn to speak. No interruptions, no shouting. Some of you are in cat and dog relationships. No strategy to solve conflicts, always quarreling and arguing until the issue fades away. Some of you, your woman never apologizes. She just uses sex to confuse your brain, and then you're okay.
Right.
How long will it continue like that? Bro? That's a chaotic situation. No issue should be allowed to die without proper treatment. If not, it will keep on surfacing and stacking up until the relationship scatters because of resentment. Number 2, tell her she must communicate the way she feels at every point in time. If you guys are together and either of you gets annoyed, phones must be kept aside no matter what. She can't talk to any other person except you until that issue is solved. No silent treatment, no attitude.
That makes sense.
Just talk. Number 3, she must always say the truth to you. Honesty no matter what. She must always tell you the truth no matter how she thinks it will make you feel. No matter how she thinks it will hurt you. The truth no matter what. Now number 4, if there's a misunderstanding, after you guys deliberate on it, the wrong party must apologize. No gaslighting, no beating about the bush. The party at fault must accept responsibility and be accountable enough to apologize sincerely and promise to never repeat the action again. Now, these rules will not solve relationship problems, but at least it will help to build a stronger bond between you and your woman. These rules are not set in stone, but they will improve the chances of your relationship working out in future. One love, bro.
Sometimes you need to forget how you feel and remember what you deserve. Don't allow anyone, I repeat, anyone treat you poorly just because you love them.
You can't lose yourself in a relationship because you're going to miss you. You at one point in time, you're gonna go, wow, what happened to me? Sometimes you just need to be by yourself to collect your thoughts. It's an overwhelming thing, especially if the other person is making you feel responsible for their happiness. That's a toxic relationship. If you have to be responsible for somebody else's happiness.
Yeah, heard. So we've come to the end of the video. These videos were so interesting and amazing. You know, I share videos about all these things and you're supposed to pick the one which helps you. Like I am going, you know, all out looking for these videos, merging them and creating videos out of them. So I mean, all might not, you know, help you, but the ones that help you, I mean, you should take the value out of it and let it help your relationship, let it help your life. So we've come to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and also share with your friends, and also click on the notification bell icon so that any video that I post, you will be the first to get it. Adios amigos, and I'll catch you again in my next video. Bye.